All right, let's do a little demo here. So this is the model that I have in Fusion 360, and I'm gonna export this so that I can 3D print it. So right click here, we go to Save as Mesh. We'll leave all of these settings by default. There's already one thing selected, STL, millimeters. All this is good. You can preview the mesh here, it doesn't matter. Click OK, and I want to save it into my 3D print utility. So boom, save that. Now that I saved that, I can come to this application called Bambu Studio, and I can click here, 3D print, and I get that. I open it, and boom, I have it here by default. It's quite a tall boy. And so we need to print this. So this is stage 1. On the bottom right, it tells me a few pieces of information that are very valuable, specifically the size. So 155 by 40 by 145. This is good because the maximum print space that I have is 180 by 180 and by 180. So 180 cube. Tells me about information. This is great. And I want to print it in this direction. So I don't want to put it on the side, and that is because this angle, it doesn't work very well if you print it like flipped 90 degrees. Like this is perfect. The one challenge that I will have is that these overhangs, I'm gonna need some kind of supports to be able to print it well. So let's go there. I'm gonna leave all these print settings by default. You cannot see anything. Hey. There you go. So there are some print settings here on the side. Maybe I can make this a little smaller. There you go. Some print settings here. I'm gonna just leave them by default. The strength, I'm gonna leave it by default. The grid is, oh, that's interesting. So if we go to preview, which is this one, gives me a warning. Yeah, sure. Slice okay. And as you can see, I can do this, and it shows me how it gets printed layer by layer. And this is fascinating. So you can see how inside it just is using this grid pattern. I could change it to concentric, and then it would do it differently. I don't want to do that. I want to keep the grid. So let's see, prepare here, boom. So I have the grid again. And then from here, what I could do is add some supports. So let's add supports. I can come here, enable supports, and instead of normal, we don't want that. We want the tree auto. And slice, I think is what we do. No, I usually, yeah, there you go. Click slice, and it adds these support structures that I just need to remove them after the printing is done. So this is great. It tells me here how much time it's going to take to render this whole thing, and oh my god, it's going to be 3 hours and a half. That's quite a bit, but we're going to do it because that's how we roll here. So fantastic, we have it all. We're going to print this in white, so I'll show you that in a moment. So yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this. I could change a few properties to optimize it and all that, but honestly, I don't care. This is going to use 142 grams of filament, this much distance of 47 meters apparently, and this is the rough cost of this piece, and etc, etc. So let's send it to the printer. So print this sucker. This is my printer. Fantastic. We're using PLA, and it's going to be white. I don't think it matters. I'm going to do the flow dynamics because I just changed the filament from black to white. And let's send it. I'm going to skip the time lapse. So sending that. So while that is being sent, I guess I can change and show the damn device. So look at the setup. Oh yeah, that's the machine. It has the white filament, and it makes that Nintendo sound. It's hilarious. So it's gonna take a few. It's gonna go through a few stages. First, it's gonna, I believe, it's gonna measure. It's gonna try to calibrate the bed. So make sure that all the distances are accounted for. So you know everything is where it's supposed to be. And then the next stage is gonna be making sure that the filament gets calibrated as well. So it's gonna do like a test. It's gonna melt some of the filament and extrude it out and make sure that the flow is consistent and as it should be, so that it can make the print quality as good as it can be. So we'll see how that goes. Let me detach this thing. There you go. There we go. Let's see some information here. So this is gonna take 3 hours and a half. I think now it's doing, I'm not sure exactly what it's doing right now. But we'll see how this comes out. If anything goes wrong, then I'll just stop it and start again, I guess. There, oh, that's interesting. It's trying to cut the filament. Didn't do a good job. There you go, my man. Getting rid of that, fantastic. Cleaning the tip. I also have a fan here because the smell, it becomes a little bit nasty. So it just gets all of that out of here. Alright, what do we have here? What do we have? Oh, some interesting piece of data. There you go. So you'll see two numbers going up on the top side. The 134.6 here and the 48. The 135, the 130-ish is going to be the nozzle head. So the point where the tip where all of the filament comes from. So it has to melt it, right? And then it uses another fan to cool it down while printing. And then the other one is the 51. That is the temperature of the bed. So this metallic base sheet that it has here. And that has to be also at a somewhat high temperature to make sure that the filament, as it comes out, it gets stuck onto the bed so that it can, because this bed moves back and forward as it prints. So make sure that that gets stuck to one another and things don't fall apart. And yeah, I think that's all I'll mention for now. Maybe I'll record another video afterwards. In the meantime, I can show Grace here, enjoying the sun. Hi, Grace. So it has begun to print, and as you can see, this is the first layer. I can already see a bit of a problem there on the side. There's some threading going on. Not a big deal. It is a new filament, so I'm using it for the first time. Oh, this at the tip is this was done for calibration, and then this is more calibration filament that was spit out, so it just lands here on the side. It's kind of funny. But yeah, so we'll see how this turns out. This is the first layer, and yeah, I'll update later with a bit more of the progress on the print. And as you can see, the bed moves back and forth. It's pretty funny. Also, we have here the estimate and the progress as a percentage. So 3% of this has been accomplished, which, I mean, sure, whatevs. And the other numbers that you can see, the 220, that's the temperature of the nozzle head. So the filament is coming from that tip, or a tip there, that is at a 220 centigrade Celsius. Quite hot. And the bed down there, on the black part, that is 65 degrees Celsius as well. So yeah, it's hot, and it's a bit smelly too. Let's see. Oh look, it's starting to print the first layer. That's nice. In general, the first layer is the most important because it's the base of everything that comes after that. So you need to make sure that it's as solid and as precise and correct as possible. Yeah. You will also see that towards the edges, there's some like rounded corners there that are weird. Here, in fact, I can probably show that in here. So you can see it in the model that there's some like green rounded thingies. Those are supports, and the idea being that you want to get the main geometry, the main part, which is the orange, the main part of this orange, you want to get it unstuck from the plate. And to do that, the printer prints these small connection points that are easy to detach from the main part. That's why they exist, so that it doesn't compromise the structural integrity of this big orange piece. It's pretty fascinating. And the other thing I wanted to show, and I forgot, is that if we do this, when you look layer by layer. I wanted to point out that the supports, these are hollow. So it tries to minimize how much filament gets used for these support structures, and that's good. We want them to be hollow. Whereas the inner part of the main structure, you want to have some kind of pattern in there. You want to have filament in here so that it provides like a solid structure support for it. So that's pretty nice. I'll bring it all back. And yeah, the tree structure is so cool. See how it branches here? And then boom, it hooks onto that part. So nice. Anyways, oh, looks like this is speeding up. So, oh, now it's speeding up. Yes, now everything is like vibrating like crazy. But yes, first layer, kind of slow. Follow-up layers, it picks up the speed. And to be honest, sometimes it shakes quite a bit. Anyway, it's gonna keep on going like this. So, as before, a bit of cat content. Hi, Grace. Well, the thing is still working hard. It's coming up, it's coming up. Very nice. It does a layer of the main structure, and then it also keeps building up the supports so that it can then eventually reach the little curve on the top. Yeah, very nice. Do we have any other cats here? Oh, we got Frankie. Hey, Frankie. A bit more progress. Still going at it. You can see the hollowness of these support structures. You can see the grid pattern taking place. You can see the attachment to the bed has that like crappy quality filament, which is perfect. It's exactly what we want. Right, you guys? Right, you guys. What's up, Frankie? Okay, we are, what are we? Halfway through, basically. And as you can see, thing's still going strong. And we have so much filament here, like it's like nothing. Yeah, things are still doing well. Nice. Ain't that right, mister? Yeah, exactly. My thoughts exactly. Another update. Here we see that the supports in shape of trees have finally been finished. And now the print can continue with the actual part that I want to get printed. And it's leveraging the supports that have been created thus far. That's pretty cool. Cat. A bit more progress. Going well. The ramp is looking good, and we are 88% there. Very nice. All right, 96%. It's getting close to finishing this. Ah, it's doing the fast layers again up there. Nice. So the infill is done. I don't know if I can focus well over there. Can't see anything. And I think it's gonna do a few layers to wrap it up. This is looking good. 97%. Hey, look at that, it's over. Job done. And if we come like here, hey, 3 hours and 34 minutes, 142 grams. Fantastic. Do the okay. And now I just need to wait about 10-15 minutes. I'm gonna turn this off. And then I'll try to get it unstuck. and then I guess I'll record how to do all that process. Cool. All right, so it looks like the print is done. This is finally, it's still warm, not fully cold. This we can detach like so. And here we have it. Got the tree, we got the ramp, we have the connection at the bottom there. Very nice, very nice. So usually what I do is I like that. I fold it a little bit, and then it attaches. And you can push a little bit here. There you go. So here's this, here's that. Let's go one at a time. This one, I still need to clean this part. I can just like pull on it, and there it comes out easily. No problemo. Put that there. We can push it back, because why not? And this is the part. So we have the part here. Let's try to get rid of these supports and also all of these flaky stuff. Move some stuff out of the way. So here we can just pull like that. Hey, look at that, it came out super nice. I can, oh, actually it's pretty good surface. I touch it, I don't really feel too many things there, like irregularities, it doesn't hurt. So that's pretty good. Other side, let's see if we get the same luck. Ah, this one didn't work quite as well, but that's okay. We can just apply some pressure until it comes out. There you go. There you go. Came out nicely. Fell to the floor. Oh well. So this is the part. Oh yeah, and then we have these that were attached to the bed of the printer. So we can try to get clean of those. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's satisfying. Oh, this is so satisfying. Yes. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Anything else? Let me take a look. No, it looks good. All right. So this is a new part. It's a ramp. So what I did is the previous print, it was like this tall. So now I made it double. So twice as high. And then meaning that the ramp has a bit more slope now. So the water should be able to flow downwards a bit better. You know, when it comes to the design, these big chunks, they're kind of a bit of a waste, but whatever, you know. Didn't mind splurging a little bit of filament into these, so it's okay. And overall looks good. I guess the next video I'll just do a comparison side by side between this one and the previous one, and then an installation one. All right, that's all. All right, so we have the two parts side by side here. Same width as before. Heights are different, obviously. Colors are different. Here we can actually see like a pattern going on through this ramp. That's actually pretty interesting. I didn't notice that before. And like before, right? This, just place it here and push it back. Fantastic, fits, all good, nice. Let's take it out and try the new one. Oh, it's a chunky boy. There, look at that. Very chunky here. Huh, interesting. But yeah, this is it. So I come like here, do this, and boom, I got the water there. And it's not really sliding, but the point is, as more water accumulates, it will. And that to me is very good and useful. Because instead, if it was a flat surface, it would just start spreading in every direction, and I don't want it to go back there or to the side. Eventually, I want it to come all down here into the sink. So cool, project done. This piece, I don't know what to do. It's basically now trash, unless I want to do something else with it. But that's all. I don't have any cats around me, so I'll just wrap it up here. Thank you.